What would you do if your dad cheated on your mom? With her best friend? Not just a random woman, but the person who sat at your dinner table, joined every birthday, every Christmas, every memory, because that's what happened to me. And now they're getting married, and they want me to be part of the wedding party. Yeah, it's exactly as disgusting as it sounds. Growing up, I thought my family was unshakable. My parents had been together for 25 years, high school sweethearts who somehow made it through college, kids and all the chaos of life. My dad was the fun parent, always cracking jokes, taking me out for ice cream, fixing things around the house. My mom was gentle and patient, the kind of woman who remembered everyone's birthday, who'd bring cookies to our neighbors for no reason. And then there was John, my mom's best friend since college. John was basically part of our family. I called her Aunt John. She'd babysit me, take me shopping, show up for every family BBQ. She was that constant presence, someone you never imagined would do harm. Looking back, I remember little things, how Dad's mood changed when she was around, how Mom would blush off certain jokes, how their laughter sometimes lasted too long. But I never questioned it. Why would I? When you grow up around people you trust, your brain doesn't even allow the possibility of betrayal. It happened one Saturday night, a night that's now burned into my memory. Mom was out late, and Dad told me he was grabbing drinks with a friend. I didn't think much of it, until Mom came home earlier than expected. I'll never forget her face. She looked pale, confused at first, then broken. She walked straight into their bedroom, then out again, holding his phone in her trembling hands. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She just looked gone. Later, she told me she'd found messages, not just flirty ones, but full-on proof. Photos, hotel receipts, love notes. And the worst part? The name attached to all of it was Jan, her best friend. My aunt, that night was chaos. Mom confronted him, and Dad didn't even deny it. He just stood there, silent, like he'd already decided it was over. I remember standing at the top of the stairs, listening, hearing the sound of my mom's heart breaking in real time. The woman who gave everything to that man, her time, her love, her loyalty, watched it all go up in flames because her husband couldn't keep his promises. After that night, everything felt like a blur. Within a few months, the divorce was official. Dad moved out, of course, but guess where he went? Straight into John's house. I can't even explain how surreal it felt. It was like the world flipped upside down and nobody gave me the manual to fix it. Mom stopped eating properly. She barely talked. She just existed, floating through the days like a ghost in her own home. And me? I became the middleman, the unwilling therapist, the only child trying to hold two broken adults together. Every time Dad called, I could feel my stomach twist. He'd act like nothing happened, like this was just a complicated situation. He even had the nerve to say things like, "Your mom and I just grew apart, sweetheart." Sometimes love changes. No, love didn't change. You chose to betray it. Fast forward to last week. I hadn't spoken to Dad in a while, not since the divorce got finalized. Then, out of nowhere, he calls. His tone is cheerful, too cheerful, like he's announcing good news. He says, "Guess what? John and I are engaged." I swear I almost dropped my phone. Before I could even respond, he adds, "And we'd love for you to be a bridesmaid." It would mean a lot, a symbol of forgiveness and family unity. Forgiveness? From who? The woman he humiliated? The daughter he traumatized? I was so stunned I just laughed. Not the funny kind, the bitter, broken kind that spills out when words can't keep up. He sounded offended. "You're still angry?" he asked. "Angry? You destroyed our family, shattered Mom's world, and now you want me to wear matching pastel dresses while you play fairy tale wedding?" No, just no. When I said no, he got quiet. Then he hit me with the classic guilt line. "You're holding on to hate." And I told him, no, I'm holding on to boundaries. But of course he didn't get it. People like him never do. He started going on about family healing and moving on. Meanwhile, the woman he's marrying, the same woman who looked my mother in the eyes for decades, hasn't he even tried to apologize. In their world, I'm the problem because I won't pretend everything's fine. It's wild how cheaters always rewrite the story to make themselves the victims. They burn the house down, then cry because you won't stand in the ashes and call it home. Now, the whole family's split down the middle. Some relatives say, "You need to forgive. Be the bigger person." Others tell me to block their numbers and move on. And honestly, I'm just tired. Every family gathering turns into a debate about who's right or wrong, like there's a scoreboard for betrayal. Meanwhile, Mom still flinches at the sound of his name, and I can unsee the way her face fell the day she realized her best friend had been sleeping with her husband. There's no forgiveness for that. Not yet. Maybe not ever. Sometimes late at night, I replay it all in my head. I wonder if I'm too angry. If maybe they're right, maybe forgiveness is supposed to be freeing. But then I remember my mom's face, pale and hollow, holding that phone with shaking hands. And I realize forgiveness without accountability isn't healing. It's submission. You can't build peace on top of betrayal. You can't heal by pretending the wound isn't there. And honestly, I'm done trying to fix a family that chose to destroy itself. So yeah, my dad's marrying my mom's best friend, and they want me to stand next to them in matching pastel dresses like nothing ever happened. But I won't, because forgiveness ain't about pretending the pain never existed. It is about refusing to let the people who caused it control you anymore. If that makes me bitter, fine. If that makes me cold, so be it. I call it peace. Sometimes letting go isn't about wishing someone well. It's about wishing yourself better. And if you've ever been told to be the bigger person when someone destroyed your trust, let me tell you this. You don't owe anyone forgiveness just because they can't handle the truth of what they did. So no, I won't be at that wedding. I won't smile for photos or pretend the story has a happy ending. Because the truth is, some endings aren't meant to be celebrated. They're meant to be survived. What would you do? Would you go to your dad's wedding for the sake of family, or would you stand your ground and protect your peace? Let me know what you think. Because honestly, I'm still figuring out if there's any right answer to a betrayal this deep.